jumbo lump crab cake with a remoulade sauce, arugula herb salad with a champagne vinaigrette. She goes directly in. I don't need a lot, so I'm gonna cut what I need. So this is the moment. We have to make sure we have a nice small dice, and I just go forward. So if I cut the celery in half, when I go to cut like this, it becomes a little difficult. So I'm just gonna cut smaller pieces. I come over here and I cut that. Then I just keep coming, making small. Everything in my bowl is gonna be about the same shape. Again, cutting through. Next, shallots. Same thing, remember? We just get those shapes.
So this is like cutting an onion.
It's exactly like cutting an onion. So I wanna have this sauce ready by the time my crab is coming out. All right, so mayo is 1 tablespoon of mayo. I have 2 kinds of mustard. So I'm gonna do 1 tablespoon of each. And I'm gonna also do 1 tablespoon of capers. And we gotta chop it a little bit because these are huge. Sometimes they come smaller though. This is...
Tarragon.
Ah, very nice. My other favorite, tarragon. I'll add a touch of salt and pepper. The thing about this is we're gonna add crab into it. The mayo here is a binder, so it's kind of what holds the crab together along with a little bit of breadcrumb. Crab nice and boiling. I have ice water. You should have ice water before you take your crab out. You gotta cool it down a little bit, right? Goes in there. You would try to let it sit just a little bit. So the crab obviously has some claws. Okay. I'm gonna go back and put it in the ice water so they can get really cold, so I can keep moving. Here, there is like a little flap. No, I'm just kidding. It doesn't
Wow.
do anything. Okay? When I do that, I'm gonna just, I need to remove this from that. Use a little muscle. Once we do all of that, the innards, we're not saving. These gills here, we call it the dead man's, right? We don't eat this. So I just take it and cut all that off. So here, I just open it up. I put a towel over. So you end up with nice large pieces of crab. So in here, guys, inside the claw is a cartilage. So just push it. So I have my mix. I like to mix it in versus taking everything because some of you will have different mixes on the amount. I'm gonna start with 1/4 cup. So what I'm looking for is the crab to hold together. I make a ball, then I cup my hand, and then I squeeze them to get the shape. Crab cakes, I'm putting mine in the freezer. I need 3 eggs, that goes in. 1/2 cup of Creole mustard. Ketchup is for also the color of it. I am gonna do 1/2 cup of horseradish. I am going to use some white wine vinegar. I hold my hand here for my seeds. Just do 1/2 lemon. I'll add in green onion. I need some parsley. Again, I just need to rough chop it. A nice big handful will give you that once you get it all chopped up. I need a garlic. I need some Creole seasoning, which is gonna have all of my spices, and some hot sauce. Paprika. Cayenne. And now I need to add in 2 cups of blended oil. I turn it off. So it should be emulsified, almost like I had mayonnaise and I just mixed mayonnaise into the seasoning. So I'll just put a little bit. half a lemon,
Oh, zest.
and then put a little bit of garlic in there. The reason I zest the garlic, so I don't have those large pieces in the vinaigrette. A little salt, a little pepper, and a little something
Sugar.
sweet, right? We need a little bit of balance. And this one, I'm using some vinegar. While I am whisking, I start drizzling. All right, grabbing crab cakes. Crab cakes are definitely a little more firmer, which is great. The other thing is olive oil burns quicker, right? When I add in another oil, it allows it to not burn so quickly. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of both. So we wanna let it do its thing. Whenever we're cooking meats, doesn't matter what we're searing, we first put it in a pan. We do not touch it. This is the most crucial thing I can tell you. So let it do its thing. Let's finish our salad. This is basil. So I wanna take some of these fresh herbs and I just wanna add them right in. If they're really large, like this, I'll cut it in half, break it in half. I'm gonna put some parsley. I can see my color really starting to really take on. So I have my salad, my vinaigrette. The difference when I put the mustard, it makes it thicker, a little bit of a thicker vinaigrette. I'm gonna put a little. I'm gonna add a touch of salt and pepper. Arugula cannot take a lot of vinaigrette, so please don't put it in there a lot in the beginning. I'm gonna drizzle some of my sauce on the plate, sort of avant-garde. I'll take her. Gonna go here, right on the side.
Salad on top.
Right on the top. Listo. That's it.
Wow.
Hey.